Imagine swinging into the heart of the African jungle where the lines between Tarzan's fiction and reality blur. But instead of loincloths and vine-swinging acrobatics, picture a British woman with a notebook, a pair of binoculars, and an unparalleled passion for chimpanzees. This is not your average Jane. Stay with us, and you'll uncover how this extraordinary woman transformed our perception of the natural world, all while proving that you don't need a loincloth or a jungle yell to make a lasting impact. Welcome to Time Capsule Tales, the podcast that delves into the captivating stories behind some of history's most significant people, events, and moments. In this episode, we'll be exploring the life and legacy of one of the most influential figures in primatology, Jane Goodall. So grab a banana, sit back, and let's embark on a wild journey through the trees and into the heart of her incredible discoveries. Born in London in 1934, Goodall's passion for animals and the natural world was evident from a young age. She spent much of her childhood observing and interacting with animals, and even dreamed of one day living among them in Africa. That dream became a reality in 1960 when Goodall traveled to Tanzania and began studying chimpanzees in the Gombe National Park. What she discovered there would change our understanding of these fascinating creatures forever, and inspire generations of scientists and conservationists to follow in her footsteps. Over the course of her long and illustrious career, Goodall has not only expanded our knowledge of primate behavior and social structures, but has also become a leading advocate for conservation efforts around the world. Her work has left an indelible mark on the scientific community and on our understanding of the natural world. Imagine a young girl in London fascinated by the animal kingdom and nature. Her childhood love for dogs and horses led to profound insights into their behaviors and personalities. This girl was Jane Goodall, born in 1934 to an intellectual family. Her father's love of nature and her passion for adventure stories like Tarzan inspired her dreams of exploring Africa and living among animals. Her parents allowed her to keep a pet chimpanzee, Jubilee, a gift from a family friend. This early primate experience shaped Goodall's interest in studying their behavior. Goodall's work expanded our understanding of primate behavior, social structures, and conservation efforts. Her legacy inspires generations to learn about and protect the natural world. Her childhood, marked by love for animals and nature, was nurtured by her parents and her own curiosity. Early primate encounters like her pet chimpanzee Jubilee laid the groundwork for her groundbreaking work with chimpanzees in the future. In 1960, Jane Goodall, a 26-year-old, had a breakthrough opportunity that would change the course of her life and the field of primatology forever. That year, she met Louis Leakey, a renowned paleontologist who had a keen interest in primates and their evolution. Leakey was impressed by Goodall's passion for animals and her naturalistic observation skills, and he saw in her the potential to study chimpanzees in their natural habitat, something that had never been done before. Goodall was thrilled at the prospect and eagerly accepted Leakey's offer to study the behavior of chimpanzees in Gombe National Park, Tanzania. With Leakey's help, Goodall was able to secure the funding she needed and set off for Gombe Stream in July 1960. Living conditions at Gombe National Park were harsh and challenging for Jane Goodall and her team as they worked to observe and study the chimpanzees. To begin with, Goodall and her team had to hike in for several days carrying all of their supplies and equipment. Once they arrived at their destination, they had to build their own campsite and living quarters from scratch. Goodall lived in a tent in the forest, with no electricity, running water, or modern amenities. She slept on a cot and had to use a bucket for bathing and washing clothes. She had to collect firewood and build fires every day for cooking and warmth. In addition, the park was home to many dangerous animals, such as leopards and snakes, which posed a constant threat. Despite these challenges, Goodall was undeterred and was determined to continue her work studying the chimpanzees in their natural habitat. Her commitment and perseverance in the face of these difficulties were essential to the success of her research and the groundbreaking discoveries she made about chimpanzee behavior and cognition. Living in the forest with the chimpanzees also posed some unique challenges. Goodall had to learn to adapt to their way of life, observing them from a distance and slowly gaining their trust. She had to be patient, spending long hours each day quietly watching the chimpanzees and noting their behaviors. She had to endure rain and mud during the wet season and scorching heat during the dry season. Goodall's experiences living among the chimpanzees were a testament to her dedication and love of the natural world. let's take a quick break from the episode. We hope you're enjoying this episode of Time Capsule Tales. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform. By subscribing, you'll never miss an episode, and you'll be the first to know when we release new content. And if you like what you're hearing, we'd really appreciate it if you could take a moment to leave us a rating or a review. Your feedback not only helps us improve our content, but also helps other history enthusiasts find our show. So hit that subscribe button and leave us a review. And let's continue to explore the incredible stories that make up our collective history. Now let's get back to our journey through the life and work of Jane Goodall. Once in Gombe Stream, Goodall faced many challenges, including difficulties in tracking the elusive chimpanzees and adapting to the harsh living conditions in the park. But her determination and perseverance paid off, and she soon made a groundbreaking discovery. Chimpanzees were using tools, something that was thought to be a uniquely human trait. At the time when Jane Goodall began her work at Gombe National Park, the prevailing view among scientists was that humans were fundamentally different from other primates, and that our advanced cognitive abilities, including the use of tools, language, and complex social structures, set us apart from our closest evolutionary relatives. However, Goodall's observations of wild chimpanzees challenged this view. In 1960, Goodall observed a chimpanzee named David using a twig to fish for termites, the first recorded instance of tool use in a non-human animal. This discovery was groundbreaking because it shattered the long-held belief that tool use was a uniquely human trait. As Goodall continued to study the chimpanzees at Gombe Stream, she discovered many other behaviors that were previously thought to be unique to humans. For example, she observed chimpanzees engaging in complex social interactions, including displays of affection, aggression, and reconciliation. She also documented their ability to learn from each other, to use different vocalizations for different purposes, and to engage in what appeared to be symbolic communication. All of these discoveries challenged the idea that humans were fundamentally different from other primates, and opened up a new understanding of the complex relationships between humans and chimpanzees. Goodall's work helped break down the barriers between humans and chimps, and paved the way for further research into primate behavior and cognition. It also inspired a new generation of scientists to study these fascinating animals, and to work towards their conservation and protection in the wild. Despite her groundbreaking work with chimpanzees in Tanzania's Gombe National Park, Jane Goodall faced criticisms and challenges from the scientific community. One of the main criticisms was her lack of formal education and scientific training at the time. Some in the scientific community questioned the validity of her research. However, Goodall's meticulous observations of chimpanzee behavior challenged traditional scientific thinking and contributed to our understanding of animal behavior and evolution. Goodall's tendency to anthropomorphize chimpanzees and name them was another criticism she faced. Anthropomorphism refers to the attribution of human-like qualities and emotions to animals, and it was seen by some as unscientific and even unethical. Additionally, Goodall's practice of naming the chimpanzees she observed raised concerns about objectivity in scientific research, as it could potentially create emotional attachments and biases in her observations. Despite these criticisms, Goodall's work has had a lasting impact on the field of primatology and our understanding of animal behavior. Her meticulous observations and insights challenged prevailing notions about animal intelligence, communication, and social structures. Moreover, her emphasis on conservation and animal welfare has inspired generations of researchers and activists to work towards protecting endangered species and preserving natural habitats. Goodall's dedication to her research and advocacy for animal welfare serves as a reminder that scientific discoveries often come with challenges and criticisms. However, her perseverance and contributions to the field of primatology have had a lasting impact on our understanding of animal behavior and the importance of conservation. Jane Goodall, a renowned primatologist, established the Jane Goodall Institute, JGI, in 1977 after spending years studying chimpanzees in Tanzania. The institute focuses on three main aims: research, conservation, and education, with the goal of protecting chimpanzees and their habitat. The research aspect involves studying chimpanzees' behavior, while the conservation aspect is aimed at preserving their habitat and the environment. The education aspect is focused on raising awareness about the importance of conservation and individual roles in protecting the environment. The Jane Goodall Institute has expanded over the years, and one of its most well-known initiatives is Roots and Shoots, a youth-led program that empowers young people to create positive change for people, animals, and the environment. Through Roots and Shoots, young people engage in community-based projects, including tree planting and animal welfare advocacy. Jane Goodall's advocacy work for animal rights and environmental conservation has earned her numerous awards and honorary degrees from universities worldwide. She has spoken out against the mistreatment of animals in circuses and zoos and called for an end to the illegal wildlife trade, which is a threat to endangered species. As a United Nations messenger of peace, Jane Goodall travels the world to raise awareness about the importance of conservation and the need to protect the planet. Her work and advocacy have inspired countless individuals to take action to protect our planet and its inhabitants. She continues to be a powerful force for change and a true champion for the environment and animal rights. As we reach the end of this incredible journey through the life and work of Jane Goodall, it's clear that her passion for animals, her determination, and her groundbreaking discoveries have left an indelible mark on our understanding of the natural world. Goodall's groundbreaking work with chimpanzees has not only changed the way we view these intelligent creatures, but has also inspired generations of scientists, conservationists, and animal rights activists to protect and cherish the world around us. Jane Goodall's story is a testament to the power of curiosity, perseverance, and an unwavering dedication to making a difference. Her life's work has shown us that we are not alone in our capacity for intelligence, emotion, and social complexity. Rather, we are part of a rich tapestry of life that we must respect, learn from, and protect. And that concludes today's episode of Time Capsule Tales. I hope you've enjoyed learning about Jane Goodall and her groundbreaking work in primatology and environmentalism. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to Time Capsule Tales on your favorite podcast platform. By subscribing, you'll never miss an episode and you'll be the first to know when we release new content. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history. I can't wait to share more captivating tales with you next week. Until then, keep exploring.